Multiplying and dividing here in scientific notation. So the first problem we see is a dividing problem. You can tell because it's got the division line or the fraction line. So 2.01 times 10 to the 9th divided by 3 times 10 to the 4th. So in this video, we're going to talk about how to use your calculator to do this calculation and then put our answer back into scientific notation. So what you need to do on a calculator is to make sure that you put at least the denominator into parentheses. It wouldn't hurt to put the top in parentheses as well to make sure that you do the whole top divided by the entire bottom. So in this case, I'm going to do 2.01 times 10 to the 9th in parentheses up top here. And I'm going to divide that entire thing by, in parentheses, 3 times 10 to the 4th. And that will give me 67,000. And then to put our final answer in scientific notation, we're just going to take that decimal on the end. We're going to move it in between 1 and 10. So we're going to move it 1, 2, 3, 4 times. So 6.7 times 10 to the 4th will be our answer. This one's multiplication, same idea. We're just going to type this entire thing into our calculator. And we're going to see what the answer gives us. And we're going to take our final answer and put it in scientific. So I'm going to type the entire thing here. So we don't actually need parentheses, but it doesn't hurt to put them in because everything's being multiplied, so you're never going to have any issues here. So 9.1 times 10 to the negative 1. So that gives us 36,400. Again, let's put it in scientific notation. Take this decimal, move it in between 1 and 10, so 3.64 times 10 to the 1, 2, 3, 4, that time 2. And that's our answer. This one's a little bit different. Let's try this one. 4.5 times 10 to the 0 over 5 times 10 to the 3rd. So I'm going to go here. So 4.5 times 10 to the 0. Now 10 to the 0 is just 1, so we don't really need to put this, but I'm just showing it because you can. 5 times 10 to the 3rd. And that actually gave us our answer in scientific notation, 9 times 10 to the negative 4. It would have given us in standard form. It might have given you in standard form on a different calculator this answer. And then you just got to move the decimal 1, 2, 3, 4 times. It's a small number, which is why it's a negative power of 10. So some calculators might just give you that as a standard form answer instead of the scientific notation. So it's good to know, obviously, for those numbers as well. Let's try this one as well. This one should have a negative exponent in the answer. So 5 times 10 to the 3rd times 3 times 10 to the negative 7. Again, I don't really need the parentheses here. I'm going to show you. You don't need them because everything is being multiplied. So times 3 times 10 to the negative 7. That time it did give us the standard form. So to get it back to scientific, we're going to go 1, 2, 3 times in. 1.5 times 10 to the 3rd would be wrong because that would be too big, right? 1.5 times 10 to the 3rd would be a huge number. It's got to be a negative 3 in order to get that little decimal. And that's how we do our multiplying and dividing in scientific notation using our calculator and then just making our answer back into scientific.